Today we're talking about empathy and why it makes you a stronger leader. But if you want to lead better, you need to see empathy in a new way. In this video, I'll show you 5 simple ways to use empathy to lead with confidence. By the end, you'll see conversations, trust, and leadership in a whole new way. The kind that helps you lead with confidence, get your message across clearly, influence your team and those around you, and handle tough conversations with ease. So let's go through these strategies now so you can start using them today. First is tactical disruption. Most people think empathy means being soft and comforting, but that's not always the case. Sometimes the best way to show empathy is by challenging people in the way that proves you truly understand them. When your team member is struggling, don't just say, "I hear you're frustrated." Instead, push deeper. Like, "I can tell you're frustrated, but I know you don't like staying stuck. What's really in your way?" And if someone is upset about their performance, don't just offer sympathy. Say, "I see you're frustrated with your results, but I know you're not someone who settles. What's one thing we can change right now to turn this around?" This approach shows that you're not just acknowledging their emotions, you're helping them move forward. It builds trust because it proves you see their potential, not just their struggles. When people feel truly seen and challenged in the right way, they rise to the occasion. Strategy number 2 is leverage the power of silence. People don't realize how powerful silence is. Most leaders think listening means nodding and responding, but real listening is about giving people space to speak. Silence makes people feel the need to fill the gap, which often leads them to reveal what's really on their mind. So imagine you're in a one-on-one with your team member and you ask how they feel about a project, and they'll say, "It's going fine." Instead of jumping in with reassurance or another question, you stay silent and keep eye contact. After a few seconds, they shift in their seat and add, "Actually, I'm struggling with deadlines." That small pause gives them the chance to open up. Silence works in tough conversations too. Maybe you're giving feedback and your team member looks frustrated. Instead of rushing to explain or soften the message, you pause, and that moment of silence allows them to process, and they might say, "I see what you mean. I just didn't realize how much it was affecting the team." This technique is also powerful in negotiations. When you state your position and then stay quiet, the other person often feels pressured to speak first, sometimes revealing key insights you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So practice getting comfortable with silence. Hold the pause, even when it feels awkward. You'll be surprised how much people will tell you when you just give them space to talk. Okay, number 3 is identify their core emotional driver. You see, everyone has something that drives them. Fear, ambition, wanting to be noticed, or feeling secure. This is the primary force that influences how they think, act, and make decisions. Some people are driven by fear and avoid risks at all costs, while others are fueled by ambition and look for challenges. Some look for recognition and need to feel valued, while others seek security and stability above all else. When you understand someone's core emotional driver, you can tailor your communication in a way that resonates with them on a deeper level, making your leadership far more effective. Leaders with real empathy decode this quickly and use it to guide their communication. If a team member is hesitant about taking on a leadership role, their core driver might be fear of failure. Instead of pushing them, you can say, "I know you hold yourself to high standards, and that's why I trust you with this challenge. I'll be here to support you every step of the way." If someone values security, on the other hand, share your feedback in a way to create stability. If they're driven by recognition, show them how an action will make them stand out. And that's the key. Empathy isn't just about feeling. It's about strategically aligning your communication to what truly drives people. Number 4 is read the room. The best leaders don't just listen to people. They see patterns in human behavior, the way a poker player reads the game. Pay attention to the following signs. Micro expressions. These are subtle facial expressions that reveal true emotions, even if only for a fraction of a second. These micro expressions, like rolling the eyes, a suppressed smile, or a brief look of doubt, can give you insights into what someone is really feeling, even when their words say otherwise. And body language. Body language shifts when someone is uncomfortable. Watch the subtle signs like fidgeting, crossed arms, sudden change in posture, or avoiding eye contact. These small physical cues can be signs that someone is uncomfortable, unsure, or holding back, even if they say they're fine. So if you're talking to your team member about a new responsibility and they shift in their seat, tighten their lips, or avoid eye contact, it might mean they have concerns they're not saying out loud. If you catch these signals, you can ask the right questions and clear up any doubts before small issues turn into big problems. Speech pattern changes when someone is excited or defensive. Let's say you introduce a new initiative in a team meeting. Most people nod along, but you notice one team member crossing their arms and looking away. Instead of ignoring it, you check in with them later and say, "I noticed you seemed hesitant in the meeting. What's on your mind?" This opens up a dialogue and prevents unspoken resistance. The ability to read these invisible signals lets you predict reactions before they happen, giving you a massive leadership advantage. Our last strategy is lead people to grow. People don't grow when they stay comfortable. Real empathy in leadership isn't just about making people feel good. It's about making them better. If you truly care about someone, you won't let them stay stuck in excuses of fear or self-doubt, right? So if you notice a high potential team member avoiding public speaking, instead of letting them stay in their comfort zone, you assign them to present in the next meeting, but give them coaching beforehand. Maybe you run through their presentation with them, give feedback, and remind them that they're capable. See, when they finally step up and do it, they will realize that they were more prepared than they thought. The same applies to other situations. If someone avoids taking the lead on a project because they doubt themselves, don't let them off the hook. Instead, tell them, "I know this is outside your comfort zone, but I also know you can do this. I'll be here to guide you, but I want you to take the lead." Giving them that push they need while making sure they know you have their back is what real leadership looks like. The leaders people respect the most aren't the ones who keep things easy for them. They're the ones who challenge them to grow while making sure they never feel alone in the process. You see, empathy is the ultimate leadership cheat code. I really truly believe that, but only when you use it strategically and not passively. If you stop seeing it as just understanding people and their feelings, and start using it as a tool for influence, growth, and power, you'll unlock a level of leadership that most never reach. So let's quickly recap what we covered. First, we talked about using tactical disruption to challenge people in a way that builds trust. Then we discussed how silence can be your secret weapon to uncover deeper thoughts and emotions. We also broke down how identifying someone's core emotional driver helps you communicate in a way that truly connects. Reading the room lets you pick up on hidden signals before issues arise. And finally, real empathy means leading people to grow by pushing them past their comfort zones while supporting them along the way. Right, so here's what I want you to do next. Pay attention to how you interact with your team. The more time you spend with them, the better you'll understand what drives them, how they think, and what they need from you as a leader. And the best way to do this? Well, it's through one-on-one meetings. These conversations give you the perfect chance to learn more about your team while sharpening your empathy skills at the same time. In the next video, I'll share 14 powerful questions you can use in your one-on-one meetings to connect with your team, build trust, and become an even stronger leader. Make sure you check it out. And I'll see you in the next video.